Hey, what's up? What's going on, people? It's your boy, BQF, Black Quarterback Forum, Black QBs in Effect.com website. Um, Season's over. It's the fastest 4 months, well, at this point in time, of last year. We're into January 9th. It's Friday. We got playoff games tomorrow. So I was just looking at the five black quarterbacks that made the playoffs. So y'all know around here, I'm just about talking about the black quarterbacks. I ain't trying to analyze the whole NFL or none of that. So I just have fun talking about the black quarterbacks and their play and production in the NFL. I was watching some shows. It is Friday morning and water. Um, so for me, before I even actually go to my regular job, it's early morning for some. For others, it's close to noon, depending on where you're living at. Anyway, we got five black quarterbacks. We only got one in the AFC. Got all their jerseys back there. Only true one ain't. It's the Panther jersey. It's the Teddy Bridgewater. But hey, it's representative of what Bryce Young and them gonna wear this weekend when they probably will lose to the Rams. They're talking about my man Matt Stafford lighting it up this year, and I guess he has. I looked at his stats. Yeah, they has been lighting it up. So they're probably not going to win that game. But hey, I got them all. We got some black on black crime with the Bears versus the Packers, Caleb versus Jordan Love. So we'll see what happened there. And the Eagles versus the Niners. And CJ Stroud is up there too. Let me see this little. It's in between Caleb and a man from Teddy Bridgewater jersey, actually from the Panthers. But we know Bryce Young is playing for them now. Anyway, people, y'all know here at the BQF, I just love talking about my black quarterbacks. So I talk about my age and how old I am and what it was like. And one thing I did not look up specifically before I started was the statistics of the black players in the NFL. And the NFL is dominated by black players. But the one position that they are holding on to make it seem like the NFL is still predominantly white guys is the quarterback. Now, I went back and looked at the beginning of the season. I think I counted 17 teams. I could be wrong. It could be 16. I count Tua as black. I know he's Hawaiian. I know his background, but the pictures I put out there, he looks more black than white. Anyway, including Tua, which I do, you know, tell me who's black and who's not. But anyway, I included him and I counted 17 teams. So I'm not going to go review them all. You can go. I think I put it at my, like the front of the web page where I just talk about all the different teams and what my own commentary. So anyway, we have the playoffs and I will be watching, of course. I watch every Sunday. We got two games tomorrow. But, I watch all the football and checking everyone out. But I just focus on talking about black quarterbacks. That's what I love. I go back and talk about the history of it. I never bring my book in here with me. It's in my book bag. I take it to work. The Rise of the Black QB. So, anyway, I referenced my age, 61, back in the 60s, 70s, and even early 80s. It wasn't a lot of black quarterbacks. In the 90s, there were a few. There's some. Doug Williams, the first black quarterback, won the Super Bowl. And then I think Russ, and then Patrick, and Jalen just last year. We'll see who that fifth one might be. Who's it going to be, people? But anyway, so for the playoffs, we got CJ Stroud going into Pittsburgh. And they're actually favored. I looked at some of this. They're actually favored in that game. So we'll see if CJ and them can pull it out. One of the things that I talked about is the old guys. And that'd be Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford, who probably is going to win MVP of the league. because they was talking about his numbers. He's balling out. So y'all know I'm older, so I got a soft spot for the old guys. But last week I was pulling for Baltimore, and they just couldn't come through. So I mean, I'm pulling for CJ against Aaron Rodgers, but I like Aaron too, you know. So, but anyway, that's that game. Only black quarterback in the AFC, and I'm pulling for CJ. You know, their defense is top notch. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in that game. In the NFC, you got Caleb Williams versus Jordan Love, Packers and Bears. I think the Packers are favored by not much. Uh, you know me, we're winning black quarterback forum. No matter who wins that game, we are winning, people. Do I got a favorite? Man, I kind of like them both. I like before Caleb came into the league. I was talked about Jordan Love, and but now y'all know me, black quarterback. I can't lose in that game. So no matter who wins, and we got Jalen Hurts against the Niners. I'm taking the Eagles. That's why I got my man jerseys out there so you can see his first. Number one, Jalen, and then we got Bryce Young on the opposite end. The Panthers. They win that game. That'd be an amazing upset, but I don't think they're not giving much of a chance to win that game. So they can put all the lion heart. I'm looking at my line. They can have all the lion heart they want in that game. The odds are they're not winning. So, but let me take a sip of this good old water. So that's pretty much it, people. We've come to the end of the season. Like I always like to say, September through December, fastest 4 months of the year. You're watching and talking about football. So I got friends of some of the playoff teams, and so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But here at the BQF, it's nothing about it's nothing but about the black quarterback for me, okay, and what I do and what I talk about. So, and I know a lot of people could care less, but that's okay. It's all good, baby. The BQF Black Quarterback Forum, we're gonna be here talking about you. As long as this black quarterback's playing in the playoffs, I'm gonna be having something to say each week until there ain't none left playing. And hopefully there's two, or if not two, definitely one playing in the Super Bowl. Okay? So, you can look at all the statistics you want, but at the end of the day, whenever quarterback win a Super Bowl, man, he gonna be the hero for this current season. So, anyway, good luck to all the brothers out there. It's just 5 of y'all this year. Just 5. Um, and that's about a little less, slightly more than a third of the quarterbacks in the playoffs. It's 14 teams. So 15 wouldn't be exactly, 33%, but hey, probably 34, 35, whatever it is. But BQF. Oh, and what's funny, I started the video off, right? So here's what's funny to me. And I gotta reference my age because it's not much has changed. They want to give you the illusion that shit has changed because we're nicer to you. But at the end of the day, right? My book talks about it a lot. Back in the day, when they first started football, blacks they allowed blacks to play. They had to have their own league. We assimilated and got in. Now, if you look at the statistics, black players are the higher percentage of number of players that are in the league overall, quarterbacks included. I keep forgetting to check the exact statistics because they do vary. I think it's between 55 and 65% somewhere, however they're counting. And what's funny to me is when I go back and talk about TV. I mean, it's still primarily, on some channels they got black commentators. What's his name? The black guy. He's one of the biggest, and they're using him for politics now. His name will come to me in a moment. I want to say Steven something, but I think that's who it is. They want to give the illusion that the white quarterback is still the man in the NFL. When You got a lot of young brothers in the NFL that are coming up at quarterback. And this past season, like I said, I counted 17 teams. I could be off by one, but 17, 16, it was 50-50. Half the black quarterbacks, half the quarterbacks that started in the NFL this past season were black. I'm including Tua, okay? He looks more black than white. My whole point about all this, but when you watch TV, and currently in this year's playoffs, there's more white quarterbacks than black quarterbacks. And if you take just those numbers statistically, there's been way more white quarterbacks than black quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls, obviously, and played in the NFL. But throughout the years, we're starting to catch up. It's going to take a while, but overall, there are more black players in the NFL than there are white guys. And I know most people don't even pay much attention to it. You love your favorite team, and if your favorite player is a white guy who's a quarterback in a lot of cases, then to you the team looks white. You know, when I was watching one game, I forgot this past season, I forgot what team. I'm looking at the whole, all the DBs, very few are white, okay? There's just guys who just are not the greatest receiving and catching the ball. They like hitting players, and their hands are like just extra for them. You know, they pops right in their hand and they catch it fantastic. They love laying that wood on players. So when you look at it, most of the DBs in the NFL are black. Most of the D linemen, not all of them. I'm just saying. Your linebackers are your white players are the offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and some linebackers, and very few running backs. Christian McCaffrey, he is one of few white running backs that's in the top. I didn't even look at the statistics, but he's just one of few. Okay, same thing with wide receivers, and they're gonna highlight them, the ones that are the best. Okay, but at the end of the day, when you look at it, like two of my favorite wide receivers play for the Bengals, Chase and that other brother, I can never think of his name off the top of my head. But those two cats are just amazing. And the quarterback is white, of course, Joe Burrow. But my whole point about it is statistics. They're gonna make you think that white guys, they do own the league from the pocket. But as far as players in the league or doing the work, it's predominantly black guys at every position except quarterback, where they will continue to make it seem like, oh, the white guy is running things and the white guys is the best quarterbacks. Last two Super Bowls have been won by black quarterbacks. Let's see if we can keep that streak going. Okay? I'm about the black quarterback around here, the BQF. So we're going to see what's going to happen this year. We got 5 out of the 17 teams. And we're going to see how our 5 do. All right? Just one of them is 2-time Super Bowl, but 1-time Super Bowl champ, Jalen Hurts. And then just the NFL overall, there's a lot of new young guns. I mean, that currently teams with Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, Steelers with Rodgers, and the Rams with Matthew Stafford. And Hurts, of course. And that's it. So, anyway, it's wide open this year, I believe. So, all the brothers outside of probably Bryce Young, gotta be real. Even Caleb could go on a run with the Bears. But Bryce, I don't think so. Anyway, y'all know how I feel about short, small guys playing quarterback. So, all right. But that's that. BQF, baby. Playoff times. We're going to see what's going to happen. And it's winter time, but it's getting a little cold here in Phoenix. A little, no snow. I think it got below 50 the other night. So, but anyway, take care. Love y'all. See you next week. See what happens in the playoffs.